So, I'm really starting to worry about my calendar. Its days are numbered. All right, so as promised in the last video where we talked about kind of the overall big process of a Navy PCS. And follow on to that to how to get your orders once you have the hard copy. So bear with me for just a moment. All right, so I'll just start on Google, right, and go to a search for My Navy Portal Quick Links. So you type that in, click on it, it's going to come up. Open the quick link and wait for it to load. So it brings you to the quick link page. They're in alphabetical order, right? So use your smarts, go down, find where it says My Navy Assignment. Click on that. It's going to bring up this window here. If it might not if you're on a work computer, but at home it will. Hit advance, click proceed anyway, because we don't care. And it's going to bring you here. Click OK. And then really simple, like you're going to log on with your CAC. There we're not going to look at what happens when we get in there, but you're going to have a couple options, right? It is going to tell you when you're eligible to start selecting orders that you'd like to have, and it's going to have a button called Job Search. You hit Job Search on the left hand side of the screen. You're going to have a ton of different options that you can do for the pay grade, for the location, for sea or shore. You can really filter it down, or just leave it wide open and see everything that's available, right? But you'll put in your filters in there. You'll hit search, and it's going to show everything that's available, and more than actually what you can pick. They'll say open or closed, and if it's time for you to pick, you're going to go in, select whatever the limit is or whatever you're interested out of the open category and submit, and then you'll just wait and see. So the people in Millington, right, they're going to look at it, they're going to see A, which billets need to be filled the fastest, and B, which ones you fit in. So in My Navy Assignment is like a resume, and you can go in there, there's a button called resume, and make sure it really reflects you as you want it to reflect you. So you go in, fill that out, and then that goes with your application. Or don't fill it out and they just have to go off your basic record, right? But they'll do their best job of fitting you to the best orders, and you'll find out later if you've been selected or not. So once you find out if you have been selected, it'll show up in there in My Navy Assignment. If you have, those are what we used to call verbals, right? The Navy's told you, you have these orders, this is where you're gonna go, but we're not quite ready for you to start the process of moving yet, right? So you have to wait until those orders get funded, or however it all works, and then you get an actual piece of paper that shows you've been ordered to go to this station and do this job by this day. And those are called your hard copy orders. And once you get those, you can start the rest of the process that we talked about in the last video, and we'll go into more detail on in the future. I'm gonna walk you through so My Navy Assignment will say your orders have been released, right? There's like a little status bar that goes through after you have the verbals. It'll say like the orders are being worked, the orders are in review, the orders are waiting to be released, and boom, the orders are released. Once you get there, we're gonna do this to get your actual hard copy orders. So let's hit go. We're starting right at the beginning again. At Google, we're gonna type in, what is it? My Navy Portal Quick Links, and just follow Google. If you wanted to, you could definitely put this in your bookmarks. It would make everything easier and you wouldn't have to Google. So here it is, it's coming up. Now this time, instead of My Navy assignment, we're going to go to NSIPS, NSIPS. There it is right there. That's gonna come up. Again, home computers will do this. I've never had a work computer do this, but you just push through it, hit advanced and proceed. Hit accept to log in. Log in. It's gonna ask you for your CAC information here in a minute. All right, and that brings you to this screen. So here we're gonna go up to top right where it says professional history. You're gonna hit view professional history. That will get us in. And it's really slow, and then seems pretty obvious, but orders detail. And we're not gonna go much past here on this screen. That's gonna bring up your new orders that have been released, and you should be able to see the orders that you're currently on, whether that's a school or your initial training or whatever it is. It's gonna have those 2 sets of orders. You can highlight the new one, and there's gonna be an option that says view orders detail or view orders text. You click on that, boom, PDF of your orders comes up. Now, in those orders, there's a lot of good information like we had talked about before. Right at the very top, you're gonna have a little piece of information that's gonna be important as you start the process. It's your orders number. And it's a 4-digit number. It's not going to seem like it's what it is, but it's at the top. 4-digit number, real easy to get. It should be followed by your social security number that is mostly X'd out. So it's also going to, you come down and it's going to have your current activity. And in that information, it's going to say detach date, and that is the date that you can leave where you're at currently. So say your detach date was July 2024. That means you can request to leave any day in July of 2024. Your commander will have to approve it, but you can request any of those days. I've never had my request denied. And you're also going to have, right below that section, there's a section called Ultimate Duty Station. And that's going to have your no later than date. So that's your report to your new command, no later than date. More than likely, if you detach in July, your no later date is going to be in August, right about a month after your detach date. It's going to tell you other important stuff, things you have to do. It's going to say, like, maybe you need to get a certain blood test before you go. Maybe you, because it's a special duty, you have to get a certain special duty screening. There'll be little paragraphs that outline all this different stuff you have to do, you should do, you can do, things that'll make it easier. It will absolutely tell you how much leave you can take. My current orders say I have 30 days authorized leave en route. And it tells you how, so our health insurance ride is called TRICARE. It tells you exactly how to make sure your TRICARE follows you. If you're doing like an overseas move or coming back from overseas, it'll tell you go to these websites or call these phone numbers and make sure your TRICARE plan follows you, so you're not in Connecticut trying to get a broken finger fixed, but they show that you're still in Poland, right? That'd be, I don't know if that's a thing, but and it also is going to give you information to contact your new command, to get a sponsor and let them know you're coming, give them all your contact information and everything. So there's good communication there, so you don't get lost and stuff. So that's really all there is to say about this stuff without going into too much detail. This is one of my favorite parts. This is where all the excitement comes. You have the orders, you can start the process. I get so excited when I get this. I know I probably drive everybody crazy because I'm starting, I'm ready to go. But that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. We will do another one of these for the next step in the list that we lined out in the first video. Yeah, if you like these, you can subscribe. I know they're a little boring. Maybe I'll get more exciting in the future. I don't know. But yeah, let's see.